Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to I Know What You Watched Last Friday. I'm Brian.
I'm John.
And this is episode 8, Jason X.
Yes, we took a little hiatus there for a few weeks. Some personal stuff came up, and I got a new job, so I've been working on more hours.
That's right.
Yeah, we're back now. And we, as you kind of noticed, we skipped a movie.
Yes.
We'll do it eventually. Don't know when, but I don't want to do it.
Yeah, we like life happens, and if you kind of are feeling a little stuck, and you got. It's like, oh, what can I do? The last thing you want to do is watch part 9 when you're feeling that way.
Yeah.
So we thought we would end this week and come back strong with a stronger entry of the series, which, although a lot of people hate or kind of love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hoovy, take us through, man.
Yep. As I said, we skipped Jason Goes to Hell. We'll probably do it eventually. Probably not. I don't know. But we're going to go right into Jason X. Jason X, in my opinion, it's not the best, but it's a fun movie. It's got good kills in it. It's goofy.
One of the best that we could get from New Line.
Yeah. From the 4 from New Line?
Yes. Yes.
Because 9, 10,
Freddy vs. Jason.
And the remake.
And the remake, yeah.
The remake we'll do eventually too, which is number 1.
Yes.
You know,
So it was released in 2001, directed by Jim Isaac.
2010. Or 2002.
Well, yeah.
Filmed in 2001. Released in 2002.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
No, you just said it earlier.
I know. I was like, hey, we were talking earlier, and it's just like, all right, we got this, ready to go. Yep, forgets everything.
It takes place in 2010.
Yeah.
Just want to talk about the timeline.
This is, a lot of people have problems with the whole timeline and everything else like that, but you know what? I'm tired of it. Love the movies for what they are. If you hate this, that means you were okay with everything else that came before it.
Yeah.
And there was a lot more worse ones in this franchise than Jason X.
Okay, you partner.
Like Partner.
And 5.
And 5.
I said in...
Maybe the director of 5.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe he forgot what he was filming sometimes. So, yeah. It's in... so we start off what year, Hoovy?
It actually starts out in 2008 for a brief moment. The whole intro, title sequence is going on. Jason's getting experimented on.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to take place in 2008.
Yeah.
But then the official movie starts in 2010, where you see him chained up in the Crystal Lake Research Facility.
Yes.
Which is some, basement.
Some Crystal Lake... Maybe it's on top of the old camp?
I think it's supposed to be underneath the lake, because it's just...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Because it is, drenched down there. It's leaking.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know what? I actually I never thought of that before.
Yeah.
Wow. And I've I've watched this movie pretty much since its release.
Yeah.
And yeah, I never even thought of that, man.
Yeah, this week you got the dates wrong.
Oh, yeah?
Because it says in 2010 Jason Voorhees get captured, but it doesn't. It says in 2008. Bastards.
They don't know.
Whatever. Still, yeah.
So we're in the is it the basement or just
it's just some holding cell.
Okay.
It's a giant holding cell.
Yeah, it's almost like the bottom floor of a warehouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's held up. He's chained.
He's chained in with on his shoulders. There's chain. He's a vest on. And he's chains everywhere, timed down. He has a straight jacket on.
Mm-hmm.
He's just staring at the dude.
Yeah, Private Samuel Johnson.
Yeah, I feel bad for that guy.
Oh yeah, dude. Because honestly, he's the only other person in that room or the cell.
Yeah.
with Jason, and like Jason's just mean grilling him the whole time. Well, I mean, just mean, like just eye, literally eye, one
yeah,
eye,
you always got one eye,
one good eye, and you're using it to like just size up this like little dude that was just like, Jason, you're just killing to kill at this point.
He's mad.
So he's like, grabs a little blankie,
grabs it all blankie, and then throws it over him.
Stare at this for a while, you ugly bastard.
Yeah, man.
And then we're introduced to the government scientist Rowan LaFontaine.
Yes.
She appears in the hallway, stopping Dr. Wimmer, Sergeant Marcus, and a few soldiers.
Yep. Because
she wants to.
She wants to freeze him.
Yes.
He's a mass murderer.
Absolutely.
He's killed, I think, at this point, over 200 people.
At this point, yeah. Because we got that in the film that we didn't talk about yet.
Yeah.
You actually get a lot of his body count in 9. But even though, like, he gets, like, body count out of that body, like, when they're doing a news report and stuff like that, they even say there's, like, over dozens and dozens. Like, it's... Say what you want about old boy Jason. He has the most kills.
Yep. Well, he's got the most kills at the end of this movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Either directly or indirectly.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, so we find out that Rowan wants to keep Jason in cryostasis because he can't die.
He can't. He regenerates so fast that they're like, how the hell did we stop this?
Which is really the only time in the series where like they actually talk about.
Yeah, they do kind of
like regeneration, and then it's
never talk about it again.
It's just automatically assumed from here on out.
Yeah.
Implied.
Yeah, just like same thing with he has other powers too that no one talks about.
Yeah.
He can I'm pretty sure he can teleport.
I'm waiting for like another Crazy Ralph to pop up and just be like, 3 films ago, he lives! He lives! I'm sorry, 4 films ago. Anyway, you're all doomed. See you.
Yeah, but of course the government and their damn money.
Yeah, of course.
Try to profit off of him, and
they claim it's for more research.
More research. Yeah, they just want money.
They either want to make money off of him or like use like his DNA. Like, like he would ever sit still for anybody to get that boy's stem cells. So they're out in the hallway, like pretty much they're just like, you know what? Step aside, Rowan. Yeah. We're taking Jason.
We're taking the boy.
And then they go into the cell, and you just still see him hanging, like, well, not hanging, but like still suspended by like the chain, still covered with the blanket.
It's a huge room, so it takes a little while for them to get there. The camera just like starts panning around.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy goes to pull down he's like, get this thing off of him. Yeah. And it's the private.
It is.
Jason escapes. Don't know how, but he
Private
did.
Johnson.
He escaped.
Yeah, because almost immediately the blanket gets pulled off of Johnson. You get that reveal, and then Jason just appears next to them.
Yeah. Why do they have his machete next to him?
I don't know. I really don't know why.
He has a machete that was like on the console.
Yes.
Why would you keep that anywhere near him?
Exactly.
I mean, it wouldn't matter, but
he's in a cell with one other guy. Yeah, we'll just leave you in here. One soldier. Okay, you assume he has a gun and a baton.
Because he's private too, so he must be new.
Put him in one. Maybe it was a test. Maybe it was some sort of initiation rites. Let's see. Usually jobs are like, okay, after your first 3 months, we'll we'll hire you fully on. You know what I mean? The training period's over. No, not Johnson. It was 3 days on the job.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Private Samuel. And everybody else that follows.
Yeah, all the soldiers and Wimmer dies.
just like literally like breaks a freaking like baton or whatever, or like that pole with like the loop to restrain his neck. Like he just grabs it and breaks it over the dude's face.
Yeah, and then throws it at Rowan.
Yeah. Then he takes, what is it, like the spike on the chain? It was one of his restraints, I think. And he just freaking, like, get over here! Pulls a scorpion, man. and it goes right through Dr. Wimmer.
Yeah.
Then, of course, you get the burst through his chest. The blood falls to his knees, and he just collapses dead. So long, Dr. Wimmer. I kept calling him Papa. From Stranger Things. Oh. He kind of looked like Papa, but with glasses. I never watched it reminded me of Papa, so I was just like, see you, Papa. You die in 10, wait till 11 kicks your ass. Horrible, horrible joke. I'm sorry, people. Stay with us, okay?
Well, I never watched Stranger Things, so...
Yeah, well, that's your problem. No.
Yeah. I don't care.
No, that's totally fine, man. That's totally fine. It took me a little bit to come around to it. I didn't really get into it right away. But anyway, that's a totally different thing. Anyway. Yeah, we're talking about Jason X. Jason takes 11. No. Never mind.
She's a kid.
She is a kid. It wasn't supposed to be that way. Segway.
Just stop talking about those right now.
Brought to you in part by Crystal Lake Cabins. We bring the logs if you hide in the fogs.
What?
I know. So yeah, he falls down. Brian's full of horrible jokes tonight.
You know, Peter's freaking out.
Everything's just going apart. No. I think he throws Sergeant Marcus like through that door.
He throws from what it looks like, he throws a gun at him and like falls to the floor. I saw that. I'm like, how? What? Because Jason's not
force sensitive.
It's the rise of Voorhees.
The rise of Voorhees. Damn, yeah, he does throw a gun at like just the sheer force. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Like the sheer force. Because Rowan's like, you get the shot of Rowan like right outside like the wall or whatever, and then he just
yeah.
And he's just laying there with it like on him. And he's just like coughing up blood.
He's like, Run.
I'm sorry.
Sure, listen to you.
And
main character.
Yeah, for real. Sorry, Rowan. There. This will further the plot.
So Rowan grabs the shotgun, which is pretty smart.
Yeah.
Even though she knows it's not gonna work.
I do like that establishing shot too, when she like stands up with a gun. Like you see him just standing there at the end of the hall.
Yeah. I've always liked that, like up staircase shot. I love those.
Him just coming, yeah, dude. Yeah. Like that reminded me of Part 8 when he was coming down after JJ.
Yeah. So Rowan starts running towards the cryopod.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
armed with a shotgun and plot armor and all.
Yeah. The shotgun has no recoil.
Yeah. Also count how many shots.
That made sense. She shot 4 times, and that makes sense.
Because you got to count the casings that were next to the sergeant.
Yeah. She had time to reload.
PhD in weaponry.
Anyways, yeah, she like runs to the crowd like area.
Yep.
And then she runs downstairs. Jason, for like a split second, just like stands on top of the stairs with the camera points up and just a light behind him. I love that scene.
Where he's lit up. Yeah,
I love that scene. But you only see it for like a fraction of a second.
Mm-hmm.
So she runs in, like, and hides. Jason walks in the, like, looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just the weirdest thing that she stands up and, like, racks a shell for no reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I get it, like, I get why she did it.
She would have had to have done that, like, after she initially shot, right?
Yeah.
She's just sitting on it the whole time.
She was, like, sitting on, like, a full shell. She just racks an already good to go shell for no reason. I mean, I get why you did it, trying to like be like cool and shit, but like it's also
just to
Hollywood.
get his attention. Like, yeah.
I mean, you could just,
He already knew you were in there.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could have lived if you didn't do that. Didn't waste time. But anyways, yeah, she shoots Jason like 4 times to get him inside the cryopod.
Yeah.
And then he like closes the door, or she closes the door.
Yeah, she like runs and closes it and then
And like starts it.
Yeah, starts it up.
But she's like, oh yes, and she's like, for some reason, it doesn't back up.
No.
Which you think she still has a machete in his hand.
Yeah.
Like, you know this dude's strong as hell.
I'm just gonna have a little peek.
Yeah. And Jason's like, nope, and stabs through the door. Like a 1.25 inch steel door.
How thick is his machete?
How strong is he?
Yeah, for real. Oh, yeah. To be able to stab there like,
Yeah, no, just like...
And then it just, the emergency lockdown sequence.
Yeah,
like
she's like, oh no.
Oh shit.
And the door closes.
Yeah, as soon as he like pulls it out, like he stabs like through the door and into her, and then pulls it out, and then it starts escaping into the room.
Yeah.
Then it locks her in. And you just see like the door just locks like a bank vault.
Yeah.
Like just spins shut, dude. Like that. Oh man, game over.
Game over.
Imagine that door just closed.
We should do.
Finn.
We're gonna do Saw sometime.
Oh, absolutely.
The first Saw.
Oh yeah.
None of the other ones.
Saw 10, October 27th next year.
We're just speaking 10.
Yes.
It's Saw X.
Saw X. Evil gets an upgrade. So yeah, the room fills up and you just see her, the lingering shot. Like you see him, like he's definitely freezing.
Yeah, he I don't understand if he did this on purpose or he was trying to swing at the door again, but he like does like a pose.
Yeah, like mid flex.
You know, like he was like, did he know he was freezing? So he's just like, I'm going to, whoever wakes me up, I'm going to fucking.
They're gonna know. They're gonna know. I'm gonna keep this up. You know, I might cut off an arm later. Who knows? It's in the future.
So yeah, they both freeze and then it skips.
It does. It like fades to black off of Rowan's face, like pretty much turning like blue and frosty tips and total icicle, Rowan sickle. And it segues to like a fade to black, and then you just get like a door opening. That orange light comes down, illuminating the staircase.
Mm-hmm. And a whole bunch of like 4 or 5 people come downstairs.
Yes.
In like hazmat suits.
Mm-hmm.
And they, you obviously tell it's like a bunch of times passed because there's cobwebs everywhere, there's dust everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then, they all open the door to the cryo thing.
At this point, we know like time has passed, but we don't know how much time.
We don't know how long it's passed. It could be, judging by that's probably why it could at least been probably, well, obviously over a year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so we're introduced to 3 students of some school.
Yeah.
A professor and we don't really, she's another person.
Oh yeah, KM.
Yeah. KM.
KM14.
She's a robot.
Yes, she's like.
She's KM14.
She's to Jason X what Bishop was in Alien, an android.
Except KM's good.
KM. Oh hell yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll get to her body count. 3. I want to talk about Sidney Prescott's body count. 3 students. Yes, Sonoran. I think Janessa and Azrael.
Azrael is
Professor Braithwaite Lowe. But I don't think you ever hear his first name.
No, I don't think so.
I think he's just Professor Lowe or Lowe.
Just yeah.
So yeah, they are they're just snooping around, and I think who is it that discovers?
It is the dude. Not. It's not Sinadron. Sinadron.
Oh, Sonoron.
Sinadron. Yeah, I think it's him that finds him. Because he sees that as like it's a cryopod.
Yeah.
But then,
The early 20th century cryostasis unit.
Yeah. And she said like KM's like it's 2010. So that's like
the
only date you
early
know.
port series.
Yeah.
It's like fuck that mean.
I don't know what the hell was it. Then it says we'll get to it in a second.
Yeah.
Then they open the door.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Jason's there.
Yeah. Jason's
still in his pose.
flexing hard.
As Azrael is like, just don't get hurt. And then Jason just falls forward and cuts his arm off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Ow!
I know. They're all like freaking out and stuff.
And then shoots him up like right in his arm.
Yeah.
And then puts like this like really cool like bandage thing on it that just like
seals
vacuum seals.
So like right then and there you can tell it's like okay maybe like a lot of time has passed because technology is way more advanced.
Yeah, because we forgot to mention that when they were coming down they were wearing like suit like
hazmat suits.
Hazmat suits are like something with like they're getting fed oxygen so it's, I guess they can't breathe in there.
Well, they wanted to test if the air was good to breathe.
Oh yeah, it was free of toxins and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the hell was KM wearing one? She's a robot. Whatever.
Hey, you know, even though we don't know what year it is, we do know now it's the future. Okay, equal rights. All right, she's got to be treated the same, android or not.
Was it Fallout?
I'm just saying, man. I mean, even later on in the film, she wants to be a real girl. So, yeah, little Pinocchio there, boy. So they were wearing the breathing apparatuses. Obviously, took them off once they got in there. He fell and cut Azrael's arm off.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much doped up then because they give him like that painkiller shot.
You're really pretty.
You're really pretty. And then I think Janessa, is it Janessa that finds Rowan?
I think so. You know, Rowan's in a pretty different spot.
Yeah.
She's like on the ground.
On the ground, like covered by like coil vents.
Yeah, Rowan was. She was like sitting next to the door, but now she's like laying down, covered by like tubes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And no one could have gotten in there. Yeah. So it's no continuity. And she just like slipped.
I failed. Somehow like she got moved.
No wind.
Someone like literally probably like found her, just pushed her underneath like that stuff that was on top of her. They're just like, no, I don't know what happened to them.
They could do that with like ice cubes.
Yeah. Pushes it under the fridge. Rowan circle. Just push her out of the fridge. Oh man, this is great.
So yeah, they see that like there's like. So Kane like scans her and stuff. So there's a possibility that she could be like revived.
Yeah, they're pretty sure that they could you find out they're like she could be we can bring her back, and it's like oh shit.
I'm like how fucking far in the future.
Yeah. So then they take her. They radio to a ship.
Yes, they radio to a shuttle.
Yes.
Then to the ship. Like we need to go to the ship.
Yeah.
To reanimate these people. Well, just the one guy.
Prepare to dock or something like that.
Yeah.
And power up the lab.
Yeah.
And so you get that awesome, like, probably the biggest budget shot, maybe No, I think the biggest one is when like we see a lot of bodies, like the. So yeah, they bring. You see them like pretty much like carrying them on stretchers, like on a bare, like pretty. Earth is pretty much like
the Earth
dead.
is dead. It's a barren wasteland.
Pretty much like too polluted, like it doesn't sustain life or anything.
No. It's like, oh damn, a lot of time has passed.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so they go up. They'll rush to
The Grendel.
The Grendel. Yes, that's the ship that they are on. The Grendel. So they all try to rush. They rush them each to different labs.
Mm-hmm.
Jason's getting like an autopsy on because he's presumed dead.
Oh yeah, it's impossible to bring him back.
It's not impossible. It's possible. Just they don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It kind of skips it over because they were talking about his face mask.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I remember.
Like, what's on his face?
Yeah, they were talking about like his. Yeah, it's like a hockey mask. It's like. So there's a hockey mask from early 20th century, banned in 2024. I'm like.
Yeah.
That's only in 2 years. What the fuck?
That's when that was outlawed. Really? Why? I want to watch that movie now.
It says this sport was outlawed and it was 2024.
Yeah. So according to this movie, we only have 2 more years.
2 more years of hockey.
I'm gonna miss you, Ducks.
Poor Bruins.
For the record, even though born and raised in Pennsylvania, I love the Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Well, Anaheim Ducks.
The only reason I like the Bruins, the only reason that is because of Dropkick Murphys.
That's fair.
You know, I don't follow sports at all.
That's also fair.
Just like the Bruins.
Respectable. So yeah, they take him back onto the ship. Yeah, they were talking about it. It's a hockey mask, and he's just like, "What is that?" And what's her name? Janessa is like, some type of 20th century early carbon filtration unit.
Yeah.
Just really trying to get that A, Janessa.
Yeah, and then dude's like, "It's a hockey mask." Bro's just like,
"Very good, Senator."
Like, oh, okay.
Thanks, buddy.
That's when Jason falls. That's right.
Yeah. They're like talking about that, and then Sunneron's like, he's just like, "You alright over there, Sunneron?" He's like, or Azrael, and he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, don't touch anything." And he touches a freaking coffee mug.
He's like, puts behind his back.
Then he's trying to like smack it like off of his hand, and then that's how Jason falls and stabs the idiot's arm off. Well, slices it when he falls.
Yeah.
Man is dangerous even when he's not alive, or like just not up.
What were you thinking all that time?
Having sweet dreams. Maybe during that slumber is when like Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. Jason has awesome dreams.
So they go up to the ship. They rush Rowan to one of the labs.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get her back to life. They find out.
Then Janessa brings Azrael his arm because he's like, "Oh no, I forgot it."
Yeah. He's like, "Hi, arm."
Yeah, hi. Reminded me of A Bug's Life when they got Hopper's antenna.
Oh yeah. Then.
So yeah. They go to, that is my German Shepherd.
Whatever.
So yeah. They put Rowan on, like, it looks like an examination table.
Yes.
And you're like introduced to like, it's like the big like what does it remind you? It honestly reminded me of like something like out of Halo. Like the whole lab setup.
Oh, it's just some. For my opinion, it just looked like a generic early 2000s
giant
sci-fi.
green screen with
No, that was all practical effects.
Yeah.
You can just tell it was. It was just like a early 2000s sci-fi movie
for sure
setup.
Out of all the like horror franchises too that like tried to go into space, this one really does like work.
Yeah,
because it really does work.
A lot of
People can hate on it, but it, like at the end of the day, it worked.
Yeah, it did. It's a good movie. So they introduce, like, they're going to use nanobots.
Yeah.
They have nanobots.
And simultaneously, like, while they're doing that, they also don't they have Jason's body, like, they're doing a brain scan?
Yeah, they're doing, like,
Well, that's, I think, Adrian.
Yeah, Adrian's doing that.
Yeah.
She's doing, like, her and...
It's all happening, like, simultaneously.
Yeah, her and, Kinsa are doing that.
Yeah.
And then Kinsa and Stoney go off. She gets pissed.
Yeah.
And Kinsa and Stoney are off doing typical college kids things. If you know what I mean.
If you know what I'm saying.
So, like, yeah, all this is going on. I just love how this... Because, like, they eventually do reanimate Rowan back.
Yeah.
And she's...
That whole sequence, too, was pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Like, seeing it all, like, you got the visuals and stuff.
Yeah. It's like, we gotta take off her clothes. And the guy's like, I'll do it. Didn't know.
Really springing into action there.
Yeah. So, yeah. And she gets, like...
Waylander.
And she wakes up, and the professor's like she's like, where am I? Like, you're in the year, it's been 2455.
Yeah.
It has been 445 years. She was in cryogenic.
Yeah. Imagine waking up
400 years later.
Everybody and everything you know is just gone.
Yeah.
It's in... Oh, man.
She's, like, surprisingly cool with it.
Yeah, like, she really, like, settles in.
Yeah.
Like, really quick. I mean, as soon as she wakes up, she like, upper palm, like...
Yeah, well, I mean, that's real. That's normal. You wake up in a different...
Wake up and a dude standing over you, like, vital signs are normal.
And strong.
No shit. So she's sitting up, and, you know, she's got the cute little chain number on.
Yeah. And like, immediately she guys are like, where's Jason?
Yeah. What'd you guys do with him? Do with who? Jason. There was a security breach in the lab, and she, like, tells him, like, he's like, oh, no, you're safe aboard here. You're on the groundle. Not to be confused with the Lazarus.
This is a spaceship, not a boat ship.
Not a love boat.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're it's revealed that while she's up and everything, like, Jason's brain is, like, small as hell.
Yeah, it's tiny as well.
How's he function with a brain that small? Way manages.
You find that so he's dead. He's presumed dead.
Yeah.
Because there's no vital signs at all.
Mm-mm. And pretty much, like, Adrian's ordered to basically, like, dissect him.
Yeah.
Like, take a look
Start
at
digging
Jason
around his
as a
eyeball.
specimen.
Take off his mask.
Yeah, it's really cool. She got, like, those, like, little, like, metal, like, pinchers.
Yeah.
They just go in and get his eyeball. She's like, come to Papa.
Come to Mommy.
Mommy, yes, that's right. Papa.
But I do like, I do like kind of foreshadowing they did with the
oh yeah,
liquid nitrogen tank.
What was the point of freezing his eye? Or what was left of it? Because it wasn't even as good
No,
eye.
it was
the
bad eye.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
How long's that been in there?
Well, she doesn't use it.
Yeah. Still has like a contact stuck to the back of it. So yeah, she's then that seat, like the effect where like she has to like cut.
Yeah, cut like his around his mask to get it off, and it's just like oozing. You can tell it's like he's slowly thawing out, but she doesn't realize it.
No, because it's like not even really like blood. It's like black.
Yeah, it's like black ooze.
Yeah. Thawed out like clotted blood.
Yeah, it's really gross, but it's actually kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
He like throws. I mean, she cuts around it and takes off his mask. He's like, "Eat." Puts it back.
Yeah, just puts it back. Sure. Sorry, I even did that.
And she pulls it off. He's like, I don't know where you wore this thing. Like, everyone says that every time he like takes off his mask.
Like everybody when they see Predator, like you're one ugly mother.
Just like she like puts on. She like puts on and she like slams on his head. Yeah, like where he sticks it on there. I'm like, okay, I get it. He's ugly. Holy hell.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, and while she's doing that, she's supposed to have, who is it that's supposed to be working with her?
Kinsa.
That's right, Kinsa and Stoney. And then, like, they're all macking on each other while, Adrian's all about trying to get business done. So, naturally, you want to get your work done so you can go and have fun later. You know what I mean? And they're just like, I love you, baby.
The college kids.
Like, for some reason, in front of a dead body, they're just like, man, I'm really hot for you right now. Kind of like Axel.
They kept saying that, like, I was like, oh, Jason might be hung. I'm like,
make an excuse for these two. Come up with one, Hobie.
No, fuck you.
Defend them.
No, I'm not.
They're not Axel. They don't work in a morgue. It doesn't count.
I mean, they're college kids, too, so whatever. You know.
Well, yeah. Defend them. Axel? No, he gets a pass. He's a morgue worker. Come on, you don't have a life.
Can't be criticized.
You know what? In my world, Axel gets to do what he wants. Violet's still alive.
I wish.
Yeah, for real. R.I.P. That was a little reference to Fi. If you stuck with us this long, thank you for being patient.
Violet shouldn't have died.
R.I.P. Violet.
She had no reason to die. She didn't do anything. She kind of yelled at Joey, but that was it.
True. He did get chocolate on the sheets.
So, like...
Not the chocolate that Amber Heard did on the sheets, but, like, yeah. So, yeah, Adrian's, like, pissed off at Stoney and Kenzo. She's like, you know what? I got this. You guys go do what you do.
Yeah. Come back when you're more focused.
Yeah. They're like, really? Thanks, K-boy. Food.
So, yeah, they're off doing the do. As
one does.
Yeah, and then also at the same time, the professor and...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This is a weird scene.
Oh, wait. No. Before this. The professor goes back and talks to...
Oh, he talks to,
his financial backer.
Yeah, Dieter Perez.
Yes.
Which is, like, okay. Like, I get why he's there, but...
Just to give more exposition about Jason.
Yeah, it's
like,
like...
I guess Jason has, like, a file. Like, everybody, of course, knows of him.
Yeah. Probably 400 years people know of him, too.
Yeah, they were just like, he just disappeared one day. It's like, nobody thought to check the facility. Like, seriously.
Can't, like, Crystal Lake, I'm sure it's, like, not that secretive.
No. Maybe the whole thing was, like, on lockdown after it was compromised. They were just like, you know what? Let it go. Government cover-up.
Sure, there's a bunch of hippies trying to defend Jason.
Yeah, come on, man. He's just not all there in the head, man.
So, yeah.
Everybody's sitting outside a facility, like the Crystal Lake facility fence, and there's just, like, a bunch of hippies, like, parked in front of them, like, just hanging out, singing songs like, he didn't really kill them. We're all Jason. If you think about it, man, we're all really wearing hockey masks metaphorically. For sure.
Oh, my God.
And then 445 years later, the hippies are gone.
They're space hippies now.
Cartman won. So yeah, the Stoney and Kinsa are having sex, but at the same time, yeah, this is weird. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is like so. Like, obviously, the professor he's done talking to Perez.
Yeah.
Then who the hell comes in? What's her name?
Kinsa? No. Damn it. Janessa.
She has that weird like.
Yeah, Janessa.
Like
the one with the top.
Weird like metal tube.
Yeah.
Chest thing.
Yeah, Janessa.
Yeah, it's a weird. Fashion got weird.
Yeah, the fashion's really weird in the future. Alright. Like the Waylander's like sweater sleeveless, like cut off sweater.
Yeah,
vest
and
thing.
like
A cardigan sweater?
yeah.
A cardigan?
Or Anjane's like weird like sweater crop top thing.
Oh yeah, where it's just like it keeps you warm from like the collarbone barely to the underboob.
Yeah.
And then it's just like you're working in a cryo. You're working in a cryo. You look like you're not warm.
So yeah. But yeah, then she comes in like, we're gonna talk about my midterms. Holding a bottle of champagne and like pincers.
Yeah, like clamps.
Yeah.
Like yeah, what? Yeah. So things are getting weird on this ship
Yeah,
right
it
now.
gets,
While
like, it's-
Adrian's the only one getting work done.
Yeah. But then Jason is starting to sense it.
Yeah. So as everything's going on, there are two
people that are having
coitus.
Yeah, I was about to say coitus.
Coitus. And as one knows, horror tropes.
Jason senses that shit.
You don't have sex in horror. It's a big no-no. You have to be a virgin to survive. It's 101. That's day one stuff.
You ever watch Cabin in the Woods?
Seriously.
Actually, I just bought the movie. It's a really good movie.
It is, yes. Yes. Really messed up.
Pretty good though.
It is.
It's funny as hell.
Absolutely. We watched that like a few weeks ago. So,
Fucking Chris Hemsworth dead.
yes! Yeah, that's all every time I hear about that movie, dude, that's all I think about. It's just
Alright.
Dude, we're definitely doing that one too.
Shit, we're gonna do that one next.
Alright. Stay tuned, y'all. Cabin in the Wood.
We're gonna do that one next.
Stay tuned, folks.
That was an amazing movie.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that'll be a bop. So, all these coituses. All these coitus
So there's
lamps.
two coitus going on.
And as they're stirring, Jason's stirring.
Jason's like, he like starts to twitch.
Yeah, he does like a little twitch. His like leg kind of like jerks.
Yeah.
Body like shudders a little bit.
He's like, there's premarital sex going on.
Yeah. I hear fucking. Just starts stirring. Damn it, the moment you wake up.
Just like, I get like, okay, like Stoney and Kinsey are like, you know, they're obviously
They're dating.
they're dating, college kids, whatever. They're around the same age. Professor and the other girl though, it's obviously
Yeah.
yeah. And they're doing some pretty kinky shit.
They are. So we're gonna take a wild guess and say that like this isn't the first time between them.
No.
And she really wants an A in her class because she just can't put in the hard work. Still at this very moment, Adrian is busting her ass. Only one on that ship getting stuff done right now at the moment. Everybody else is probably just like like the cafe or the ship like cafeteria.
Talking to Rowan and
Yeah, hanging out with Brodsky. Broderick. Matthew Broderick. Ferris Bueller's Day in Space.
So, yeah. But then Professor
Lowe.
yeah, he's dressed in like
Dress. Or a nightgown.
girl lingerie.
Yeah, futuristic nightie. Little frillies.
Yeah. Getting his nipples pinched.
Yeah, she's really working the nips with the clips. And yeah, they're just really into it. And, you know, as they're finishing up, and as Stoney and Kinsa are finishing up, Jason sits on up.
Yeah, they both like, it's just funny, like, both like climax at the same time. Jason's like, huh?
I'm up. Full on Undertaker WrestleMania mode.
Yeah.
Sitting up. Alright,
fuck.
not up in here. The world's best contraception, ladies and gentlemen, has just woke up after 445 years. And it's go time.
But it's just funny because, like, how do you say her name? Adriana?
Adrian.
Adrian. Adrian...
She's literally the only one with, like, a 2010 name.
Yeah.
Adrian Thomas. Whereas everybody else is, like, Sunneron, like...
Adrian.
Vibranium. Like, some shit like that. A name like Kinsa, Waylander. Stoney gets a pass. Everybody's Stoney.
Yeah. Fucking vibranium.
Vibranium? Really? What's that over there? Adamantium. That's what the machete's made out of in the future. So yeah.
Adrian, she like Jason's off the table.
Yes.
And she I noticed that she turned around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, as he was thawing out.
Yeah, she was thawing out. She was freaking out. She wasn't freaking out. As she was thawing out, she kept turning around because she kept hearing something.
Hearing the ice break, falling off of him.
And then his arm twitching and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then she turns around when Jason's off the table, and she turned around.
Huh.
Look back and then turn around again, really calmly.
Yeah,
I'm well, shouldn't she be more free? Yeah.
What the hell? I wouldn't even do a look back, dude. I would just be like, I know what the fuck I just saw. And I'd already be out of the room.
Yeah.
Or maybe I would just get up faster into the embrace of Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
But he ain't there no more.
Yeah.
So she shits.
She freaks out. She gets up, and then Jason grabs her. Then
he helps her the rest of the way up. She goes to get up, and he's just like, here.
He's a nice guy.
He is. You know.
And then he dunks her head in the cryo, in the liquid nitrogen.
Before he does that, though, when he's toying with her and throws her up against the glass, Waylander's just inputting stuff on the screen, and she's just beating on the soundproof glass.
Why is there soundproof glass?
In case a specimen wakes up. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to be the first one to go. Another look back.
Who wants to hear that shit? That's why. Yeah. Close the curtains. That's why we need a camera.
Yeah, just turns around, just pulls the shade back down, and just goes back to working. I see nothing,
No one wants to see that shit. That shit's bonkers. No.
When I'm asked, I don't have to lie. No, they're still in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but she freaks out and then she gets her head dunked in the liquid nitrogen.
Hell yeah. Which, the first kill of the future, but the...
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah. It's obviously...
She her head freezes within seconds, which is impossible.
Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen doesn't freeze that fast.
Excellent effect.
Yeah, and then he picks her up, looks at her, she's like, oh cool, and then smashes her head in the face.
Yeah.
And then looks at it again.
Freezing wasn't enough. Nope. And she wasn't the one having sex.
No. She was just kind of there.
Victim of circumstance.
She did take his bad eye.
True. And she saw his face.
You don't do that.
And he is very body conscious. He has image issues. You ever see Jason walking around freely without the mask? No, he hides. And then he comes out when his face is covered and he's just flaunting. Just walking.
Yeah, he finds a new machete then.
Yeah, yes he does.
Futuristic machete.
Yes, he sure does. And it's very clearly the shape of a machete. It's supposed to be an operating tool.
I don't know where you're operating with that.
I don't know.
Big too.
Yeah. That reminded me of a movie that we'll cover in sometime. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers in the operating room. When Michael just walks by this cart. Doesn't grab a scalpel. Doesn't grab it. He grabs this big, it looks like a machete. And it's nobody's doing surgery with that, pal. No, I don't know what the hell you guys are doing in your films. Future in the hospital, nobody uses a machete. Unless you're going into the hospital, with some bad thoughts.
Yeah.
Jason will stop you anyway. See it?
No.
Smashes her head up.
He's back.
The man behind the mask.
400 years in the future.
He's stunting.
I will say,
he's growing.
His original mask was part 10 mask. It's
a lot different.
It's different, but it's actually really cool looking. I do like that flat nose part.
It's more angular.
Yeah, it's really cool looking.
More symmetrical.
And when you see people cosplay as part 10 Jason, they never cosplay as
the hockey mask. It's usually...
It's always the other version of him we talk about.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm sure you guys know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, yeah. Although now in like back then when it came out, it was really cool. But now when I think of like that version, I think of him like driving a car. Like just. We'll get to that. So, yeah, after killing Adrian, he just, like, grabs that futuristic machete. He just, like, walks away. You just see, like, that shot, like, he walks out into the hallway and then, like, turns and disappears, like, down another corridor.
Yeah.
And then Janessa comes walking out of Professor Lau's dirty room and just, like, comes out, flopping her hair, fixing her belt. She's fully clothed now.
Yeah. But then Jason, he's like, "It's my fucking."
That's right. I think it cuts back to Stoney and Kinsa. They're getting dressed or whatever. She's still in the bed, and he's just like, "Hey, hurry up," because they're like, "Hey, we need everybody back." Because Rowan.
Yeah, Rowan's like officially back now.
Yeah, Rowan's like up. She got clothes from Janessa. She's just been hanging out, and then finds out that because she sees is it. Waylander is carrying his machete.
Yeah.
And goes by Rowan, and she's like, "Where did you guys get that?"
So you didn't bring him on board, did you?
Yeah, because he's like, "Oh, the machete, from your friend, the guy in the hockey mask." And she's like, "What?"
Why would you bring him on board?
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, but our scans show him to be really dead." And she's like, "Could your scans be wrong?" And then, like, I like that shot where Brodsky's like, "What?"
Could they?
How'd you say? And he's just like, "No, he's dead." And she's like, "He is an unstoppable killing machine."
Yeah.
And then Brodsky, like, looks again, like, while looking over the shoulder. I didn't hear that. I heard that. Wish I didn't hear. Now I gotta go clean this shit up. And, so, when Professor Lowe tries to tell Rowan, like, he's dead, she's like, "Show me. Show me his body."
Yeah.
So show me his body. And then the next scene is literally like zipping up her body, and like Rowan's just like looking at Lo like, "You stupid dumb ass. Like, I told you."
Yeah.
And then Brodsky's like, "Hey, we have a hostile on board. Like, we have a hostile on board." And then it just shows Lou like looking at he's like, "The chick?" Oh no, Crutch. Oh no, Lou is the pilot.
Lou's the
Crutch
pilot.
is the maintenance guy.
Yeah,
like
Crutch is the engineer.
Yeah. And he's just like, "The chick?" Like thinking it's rough.
Sorry, we skipped over Lou when...
We did. When they were firing
When they were firing, I was just like... They hear like... They got like two people.
One's male and the other female.
Yeah, he's like, "Female."
Alright.
He's like, "I'm so alone."
Oh, I'm so lonely.
So funny. I'm like, "Well, this is honest."
He's like, "She's cute." And he's just like, "And single."
Yeah, I know. He's like, "Yeah,
I'm so lonely." So lonely.
Poor Lou.
Poor Lou. So yeah, Brodsky's broadcasting to everybody, saying, "Hey, we need to lock down the ship." And then as Stoney and Kinsa are getting dressed, Stoney's like, "Hey, hurry up." And he turns around to go out the door, and boom!
Yeah. Jason's like, "Nah."
He's like, "Hey, how you doing? New machete, right through Stoney."
Right through Stoney.
And
blood all over fucking Kinsa.
Oh yeah, the blood actually shot into the actress's face, and the actress, like, when she screams, that's a genuine reaction because it actually got into her eyes.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it apparently burned like hell.
I'm sure it did.
And so he gets stabbed through the chest with the machete, and then kind of turns around like to look back at Kinsa, and then Jason just freaking pulls it all the way through to get it back. Do you notice? Like, just pulls it out, like it goes in this way. From the back or from the front, so the handle's sticking out from the front.
Yeah.
And then when he like turns around, then Jason just pulls it the rest of the way through. And then he, like, pulls Stoney out into the hallway, and then the door closes. So, yeah. Stoney Baloney's dead.
Nope, yep. Then, all the soldiers
Yeah, the Brodskys lead getting all the grunts together.
All of them. It's was it Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas and Azrael.
Dallas.
So while everybody's kind of getting like herded around the ship, we get cut to
Dallas and Azrael are just like playing the game.
Yeah, they're playing like a futuristic it's kind of like VR, but without a headset.
It's like
well, they do kind of have a headset when they're sitting.
It's this weird like orb thing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So like they're Dallas and Azrael are like it looks like they're killing a at first it looks like they're like just hunting like monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they're like shooting and stuff, I think like Azrael shoots the one that's about to get Dallas. Yeah. And he's like, I just saved your ass, man. And he's like, don't get cocky, man. And he's like, the score's still 9-3. And that's when you find out like it's like a game.
Yeah.
And then they see another monster. And they're like, all right, next kill wins. And then they're getting ready to shoot this last monster, and you get freaking, he just gets like, Azrael'd.
Yeah, his arm just comes off.
He's like, what the heck is this? He goes, I thought this was a specimen. And he's like, it is. And he's like, pause play, and then you hear like the simulation like beep.
Yeah.
And then, like, Jason's still walking toward him. And then Azrael's like, I said pause play. This happens on consoles. It does happen in consoles, and 445 years later, it's still lagging. So he's just like, I think we need to reboot. Like, because he, what's he do to Azrael? He, like, halves him?
Yeah. Has him across the chest.
And he's just, like, dangling there. And then Dallas is, like, laughing at him. And he's like, dude, this does not count as a kill. And Dallas is like, yeah, it does. And then Jason just, like, cuts Dallas's head off.
Yeah.
And then his head rolls. And he's just like, all right, screw this. Game over.
Game over, man.
Game over, man. Game over. R.I.P. Bill Paxton.
Yeah. And then you realize that it's like a simulation.
Yeah.
And they're both sitting on the ground. Jason's just still standing there in between, like,
what the hell just happened? I killed you guys. What the fuck is this? And yeah, they're, what do they do? They're, like, sitting?
They're just sitting, like, they have these, like, headsets on and this weird, like, orb controller thing. It's weird. Video games in the future are strange.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you realize that Jason's still standing there, like, and then, like, you look up and like, oh shit.
Yeah, because he like just goes right up and he grabs Azrael.
Yeah, he grabs Azrael and then
by the throat. Right?
Yeah. And then what was his name? Dallas is like
jaws on him.
Yeah, because he's one of the soldiers.
Yeah.
He like put the kid down and like keeps shooting at him and stuff, and then Azrael. Yeah, he picks up Azrael and then like breaks his back across his knee and throws him across. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Just straight up kills the kid like that.
Yeah, just like, oh.
Backbreaker. After this, Jason joined the WWE.
Then,
yeah, dude, just like.
Yeah, just discards it. Then yeah, Dallas is like shooting at him and stuff. Obviously, it doesn't work.
No, because then Jason just pretty much grabs him.
Yeah, grabs him and smacks his head across the into a wall.
Yeah, dude, just repeatedly like bashing it. And actually, during the filming of that, they actually the actor playing it, I don't know, I can't remember if it was the actor or the stuntman that was involved, but their nose was broken during that take because Kane Hodder just went like damn.
Dallas, wasn't he Todd Farmer?
Yeah, Dallas was actually played by Todd Farmer, who actually wrote this film and actually suggested it was the one to come up with him being in space. Yes.
Huh. So yeah.
So yes, goodbye Azrael and goodbye Dallas.
Yeah, so now all the soldiers are now hunting him.
Yeah, so all the grunts are now dispersing.
All the grunts, what are their names? It's Sven, Condor, Gecko, Kicker, Briggs? Yeah.
Yes. So as they go through each one, you're pretty much left with like the team. You go in. You're pretty much in like the bowels of the ship.
Yeah. It's like this now is like there's like two groups of people now. There's the soldiers and there's the students.
Yes.
Students are like in. I think they're in like one of the labs or
They're
the bridge.
yeah, they're on lockdown on the bridge.
Yeah.
And then while they're in the while Jason and while the grunts are hunting Jason or Jason's hunting the grunts, whatever you'd like to decide. I don't want to start any fights. But you get that awesome you know how in the beginning you said about that light behind him at the top of the stairs. I love that shot of him coming walking between the turbine engines.
Yeah.
And just like walking with this huge light behind him.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, I can't do it, but you know. Then I believe he kills Sven first.
Kills Sven's first. Because Sven I think backs up to him, and he's like, I think Sven's a girl, right?
No.
No. Oh no, I'm thinking something else.
Gecko's the girl.
There's also the other girl.
And Condor. No. Sorry.
When he gets your
Gecko's the girl, and Briggs is the other girl. Briggs is the one who's impaled on the spike chandelier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Gecko's the one I'm thinking of.
Gecko's the one that...
Yeah. That comes up later. Yeah, he gets his, Sven gets his neck snapped.
Yes.
All solid snake style.
Because he comes up behind him, and slowly, starts choking him, and then you just hear it go...
Yeah.
And then he just drops with, a classic, part 7 kill.
Yeah.
And then Condor,
he's, on a... They're, on these, rafters, or this walkway.
Like a catwalk, or a balcony or something like that.
Yeah, and then Condor, starts shooting at him, and then just, pushes him off the thing.
Yeet!
Onto, this, giant... I'm assuming it's supposed to be, some drill or something.
Something to bore into, a...
I do know there was actually foreshadowing with that, because Condor was the one sharpening them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Earlier...
When you were introduced to Brodsky and stuff.
Yeah, they're all doing stuff, and Condor was the one that's sharpening that one.
Irony.
Yeah, so he gets pushed on that.
Oh yeah.
Then he back down it, and then slowly starts going down it because it's a screw.
Yeah.
And he starts slowly spinning around it. Damn, that's
crazy. That's
messed up.
I would not want to go out there. I don't think anybody would want it to.
No, you'd be dead, but...
Oh, yeah. Especially Condor.
Yeah. You got screwed?
Yeah. What's his status? He screwed, sir.
Bro. Why'd you say that?
Nerd! So then, after we lose Condor, we lose Gecko.
Yes, Gecko... She gets... She backs up into Jason.
Yeah.
And then Jason's just towering over her, which is funny because we didn't say this, but Jason's played by Kane Hodder.
Yes.
Kane Hodder's a very tall person.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Kane Hodder's only 5'7", 5'8", or something like that.
Yeah, he's short.
He's not that short. He's not that tall.
We're definitely taller than him.
He still kick your ass though. Especially. If he would kill you.
Oh, he would absolutely 1 inch punch.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's he slits her throat, and it was just messed up because she's still alive.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
walks
she
towards
goes toward Kicker.
Yeah, walks towards Kicker, gasping for air. And
yeah.
Damn, that's actually.
And then you just see it open up, and then the blood comes, and then she falls, and he catches her.
Yeah.
And then he sees Jason. And he just starts opening fire on him, just fucking... Oh, sorry. No. No, but, yeah, he just lights him up. Lights him the hell up, and, he pretty much... Jason even falls back onto that spiked chandelier.
Yeah, Jason, yeah. There's, some, weird anchor things.
Yeah.
That Jason, falls back onto, gets impaled through it.
Then Kicker's he radios to him.
Kicker's yeah, got him and stuff. Sergeant's okay, don't kick her ass off him. Immediately takes his eyes off of him.
Yeah, because when he's radioed to him, you see Jason, like, in the background, like, just lifting himself up.
All like Dead by Daylight style.
Yeah. And, you just hear him, like, scream.
Yeah.
Through the intercom. And then you just see that shot, like, of him, like, just his upper torso, like, crawling away from,
yeah,
like,
he gets cut in half.
Oh, dude.
He's killing me.
He's killing me! He halved me! I've been cut in half! Yes. And then Briggs is killed off screen, but is revealed. Oh, that's right. Briggs, like, Gecko, like, falls, Kicker sees her, and then Briggs, like, comes swinging down toward Kicker.
Yeah.
And then, like, he opens fire on Jason. I totally forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we just watched it.
Yeah. See, this movie's...
It is jumbled.
It's very... A lot of stuff happens that you don't really remember.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's got good kills and stuff, but, like, I only really remember, like, the second half of the movie.
Yeah, because
like,
everything else, there's, like, a lot going on.
There's a lot going on,
at
it
the
all
same
happens
time.
really fast.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as Jason gets up and starts killing people, it
just goes.
It just goes for a while, and then it doesn't stop for
a while. He doesn't
start killing people. He stops killing people for, like 10 minutes, but still.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no break, so you don't really remember how it happens. Or when it happens.
No, because there's, like, a kill, like, every, like, 4 minutes.
Yeah, every 3 to 8 minutes.
Yeah. He's really on it, this film. So pretty much all the grunts are dead, except for Brodsky, who is, I believe, he's still hunting him. When Brodsky was in there hunting him with the grunts, though, Brodsky gets stabbed.
Yeah, Brodsky gets stabbed.
I think the first time. Yeah, the first time I think was with that spike.
He's going. It's funny. He's like, it's going to take more than that to kill this old dog. And Jason stabbed him in the stomach. He's like, yep, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it. Brodsky's awesome.
That actor, I know that actor from somewhere else.
I was thinking the same thing. I still can't put my finger on it.
No,
I've seen him in other stuff, and I can't.
For sure.
I can't name it. But yeah, so Rowan, they pretty much are just like, you know what? Like, if he's dead, like, we need to disperse. Like, and then Rowan's just like, we need to go find Brodsky.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Lou is piloting the ship, and he's pretty much just like, I'm gonna get, or he's just like, Brodsky's just like sitting there, and then sees Jason, like, or not Brodsky, Lou. Mm-hmm. Lou's sitting in the pilot seat, and then he sees oh no, this is actually after. Lou's actually slashed off screen.
Yeah. No, Lou kinda. Cause Lou.
Oh yeah, he puts his like arm up or something like that or whatever. Cause Lou's piloting.
His death is Lou.
Cause then Crutch goes to and then sees what's his name's.
Lou gets
pretty much hacked because he's the one that's in pieces.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure because Lou gets. You ever talk about Professor Lou's death?
No, because you're thinking of Crutch when he's at the helm.
Oh yes, yeah. I am. Crutch is the engineer. That's
yeah.
Right.
So Lou is he like sees, he like looks up and just sees Jason, and then like it just goes to another scene.
Yeah.
So, while this is all going on, sorry. uh, so yeah, Lou, while all this is going on, pretty much like Jason just killed all the grunts one by one. And Lo is talking to, he orders Lou to dock in on Solaris. And then that's when Jason, as he's talking with the Solaris engineer, when Lou's talking to the Solaris engineer, that's when he's hacked apart by Jason. And then since there's no pilot anymore.
Yes. There's no pilot. Well, Grundle is now hurtling towards Solaris. Which, Solaris isn't a very big place.
No, it's just like a big, like, space station metropolis kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a... So then the Grendel really crashes into Solaris.
Yeah.
Like, skims the top of it and then blows it up.
It pretty much just, like, implodes and then explodes. Like, Death Star style. And that's, like... How many people?
Well, let's see here. It's an official count.
Yeah.
From the writer.
The writer himself, from the words of Todd Farmer himself.
19,727 people, 207 dogs, 17 cats, 4,713 anglefish, guppies, neons, and mollies, 3 gerbils, 14 rats, a pony, and a Komodo dragon.
All blown up and sucked up into space.
Confirmed by Todd Farmer.
Yes. Todd Farmer confirmed. Rest in peace. Mainly, I just can't believe the animals.
I know.
The animals, man. They had animals somehow in space. Maybe they were saved from Earth.
Why was there a Komodo dragon in space?
Yeah. And only 3 gerbils.
And only 17 cats. But 200 dogs.
And 14 rats.
I don't care about the rats.
So, they only had 3 gerbils, but they had enough rats to start a new plague. Alright.
I get the fish. Like, 5,000 fish. I mean, fish are...
Angelfish. Of all fishies.
Guppies. Neons. The hell are mollies? The hell are neons?
Damn. 207 doggies.
Screw the people. But...
Yeah. R.I.P. animals.
That's how many like, animals that Jason has ever killed.
In the year 2455, there's a whole new version of Animal House being written. Not Animal House, I'm sorry, Animal Farm. So wait, all the animals have a fraternity? Yeah.
God, I love that movie. Dude, yeah. If we ever do comedy movies, we're doing that one. God, the movie's so funny.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely. If you have to cover that, then you, of course, you have, like, Porky's, and then you have Revenge of the Nerds, dude, like...
The horse.
The possibilities are endless, man.
I get this is like the original thing in Chainsaw. God, I fucking love that movie. I watch that movie every year.
It is a great film. A great film.
Okay, get sidetracked again.
Pluto with the jelly. R.I.P. Belushi, man.
Trips and drops all the jack. He's like, oh!
But yeah, you know, a lot of people just died.
20,000 people died.
I think what it was is getting really caught up in talking about those dead animals, man. We just really needed some levity in that moment. we just coped with some Animal House references to get through that. This episode is still Jason X, folks. I promise.
Yeah, we're getting a little sidetracked.
We getting there. So,
surprised there's no bears.
Yeah, no bears. Were there any kids? Were there any kids on Solaris? What about the children?
Oh my god.
No bear, I killed them all. So yeah, the Solaris blows up, and
yes, that's right.
The crash actually damages the Grendel's sections.
Yeah,
like the hull is definitely compromised.
Yeah, because Solaris is like don't know how you describe it. It's kind of like a big H.
Oh, the Grendel.
Yeah, Grendel. Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Grendel.
Yeah.
Grendel's like a big H, and there's like two big sections and like connecting tubes in between it.
Yeah.
Like one side is just like completely gone.
Yes, one side of the Grendel is completely gone. R.I.P.
Or like not really completely gone, but it's like mostly gone.
Yeah.
You can't go on that side at all.
No, you're pretty much stuck to one side of the Grendel now. So of course, you know, Jason actually breaks into the lab then, where everybody is hiding out.
Yes, he breaks into the lab.
Because before he breaks into the lab, he's like banging on the door and stuff, and they're like, "Oh my god," freaking out. And then, you know, they're like, "I don't think he's out there anymore." And Janessa's just like, "Why don't you stick your head out and have a peek?"
I know. I was like,
"No, Janessa, I will not."
But like, she like kind of considered it.
Yeah.
She was like,
"You know what?"
She looked at her. She's like,
"I could do that." Yeah, you know what? Why not me?
Yeah,
I'll be frozen again.
Yeah, no. And then the engineer is like behind her. I'm like, what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Then that Jason just classic Jason style this time. He's not busting down a door.
He jumped through like a what the hell, like a display thing.
Yeah, it just jumps right through like an observation window or something like that.
Like, bro.
Maybe it was the one that poor Adrian was banging on that's soundproof.
I think it was actually.
Really?
I think it actually
Damn.
was.
So yeah, he breaks into the lab and everybody else disperses, but Lowe's just like, "Hey man, like, I can get you what you want." He's trying to.
You want money?
Yeah, like he'll bribe Jason, buddy. Go ahead,
look at this dude. Do you honestly think he cares about money?
For real. Yeah,
Where the
on,
hockey
man.
mask? Like, do you honestly think?
We'll take you back to Earth too. We'll get your face all fixed up. You know, you have a good chance in this future. Nope.
Yeah, I know. Well, first he gets his own machete back.
He does, because he sees like,
reason
"Oh yeah, you know, I kept that for you."
Don't forget who gave it back to you.
Yeah. Then he radios to everybody, "Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back."
As he's behind him. Yeah, I know.
She's like, "You know what? Yeah, I'm. What's her name? Kinsa." She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my room and wait for Stony."
Yeah, Kinza. Yeah, no. Kinza's like, she's all this entire time. She's like,
she's in
freaking
shock.
hell out.
Yeah, she is so far gone. So, yeah, he decapitates Professor Lowe.
Yeah, and then she realized that everyone realized like, oh wait, we have a shuttle.
Yeah, so they're just like, yeah, we can try to use the escape shuttle. Sonoran goes off with KM. And then they just go off together. When Crutch and Waylander are going to...
Speaking of Cam, we talked about it earlier, but we skipped over it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was when, like, all this simultaneous sex was going on.
Yeah. It was.
It was, like, this, like, little, like, throwaway scene where, like...
Like, Sinandra's... He's trying to install nipples on Cam. Yeah. And she's, like, they're, like, both on. She's, like... He's, like... Cam's like, what do you think? She's like, I don't... Like, one, like, falls off. Like,
yeah,
hits the ground. I'm just, like... Like, if you hit the... Like, they hit the ground pretty hard, so...
Like, what the hell are they made out of?
Yeah.
He's like,
why do you, like...
Your diamond nips.
He's like, why do you think you need these? He's like, well, the other lady has them.
Yeah, she's like, you know, Janessa has them. Like, she's very, like, she wants to be, I mean, she's an android, but she longs to be one of them. One of us.
This is why...
Google, grabble, one of us.
This is why androids... This is why you gotta stop messing with AI technology.
For real. Terminator taught you guys nothing.
Terminator, iRobot.
Yeah. Bicentennial. No, that wasn't one.
How was it? Not Sixth Sense, but the same actor with a different movie.
Fifth Element?
No. Not Bruce Willis. The kid.
In what movie?
Artificial Intelligence.
Oh, yeah. AI, yeah.
That movie, like...
That was a Stanley Kubrick film before he passed away, and then I think it was Spielberg that took over for him.
That movie, I never actually watched it fully.
Great film.
The only scene I remember that is when he was looking at, they were all destroying all the robots.
They see the moon?
No, they like lift up the lady and they pour oil or something over there.
Oh, the acid. And it starts...
that shit fucked me up when I was a kid.
Dude, yeah, that was insane.
Because
then he sees that and starts freaking out.
It freaked me out.
Yeah.
I was a kid when I saw that.
And then, hot take, the guy that was running that the circus, that freak show, like where they would burn the robots and stuff, that's Mad Eye Moody from Harry Potter.
Oh.
Evil.
But I'm just like, we're getting distracted again. But
yes. Maybe it was Barty Crouch Jr.
I was just like, fucking, I don't know why it's still stuck with me.
Yeah, dude, seriously though, the effects were nuts. Especially that one where like, that one lady robot like goes to like talk to him and help him, and then like she turns her head and she's like missing half of her face.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because he's in like that little holding cell with like all.
Yeah, I need to watch that movie.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Back to Jason X.
Back to our regularly scheduled program. So Crutch and Waylander after Cam. So Sunron and Cam head off while they're trying to go for the shuttle. And when Crutch and Waylander, they need to go to the bridge to fix. Like they need to help. What is it? They're preparing the shuttle.
Yeah.
And they find Lou's remains.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Because then Crutch like grabs like the earpiece and like takes the ear off of
it.
Yeah.
He like messed Lou up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. There's like kind of like that paintballer, like that was just like hacked up.
Yeah.
Like that's what it reminded me. Like there was a lot of stuff in this film. A lot of the kills in like a lot of situations harken back to a lot of earlier entries, and I respect that. Don't forget your roots. Don't forget where you came from. Where were you born? I don't know. So yeah, they're preparing the shuttle. Rowan ends up finding Brodsky. He's still suffering from those 2 impalement wounds.
Yeah, but it's just like where they find it, like it's Brodsky's kind of like down a little bit from where he was. You can see where he got stabbed.
Yeah,
but then Rowan, for some reason, instead of taking a chance of going like around the spike, like what she did. Yeah, I get what they were doing, trying to like add suspense, like the spike might come through and go through her neck. Yeah. Why don't you go underneath it? Like eliminate the entire.
That was my initial. Yeah, the very first time I watched it too, I thought the same thing. Man.
Why not just go underneath it? Why you take that risk and go the harder way of? Yeah, no, like whatever.
So yeah, she obviously can't move him by herself, so she's like, "Hey, just stay here." Yeah, no, I'll wait here. He ain't going nowhere. So we think. So I think Rowan goes back to get Waylander, right, to help her move Brodsky.
Yeah.
So while Crutch is preparing the shuttle, he's still like fixing stuff, and when he leans back in his seat, you see Professor Lau's head
just like there,
right next to him, and he like looks over. What, and doesn't he say something or whatever?
I don't remember. He does say something. I don't remember what it was.
And then he just like looks up.
He said, "Guys, I'm not alone."
And I think he has Professor Lau's head, like holding it up to stop the machete, doesn't he?
Well, the head is on the machete.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He like stabbed it and like holding it. I'm like, wow, that's kind of messed up.
That is morbid. That's something I would expect like Myers to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kills Crutch by electrocution.
Yep. He gets pushed into like some like circuit board or something.
Yeah. Just slashes him through it or something like that. And then like he just gets electrocuted.
He just pushed into it.
Oh yeah, like, yeah. Because they're fixing it. Like it's all like all the wires are exposed and
like
shit.
The one dude from Part 8.
Yes. Wayne. They waned him.
So yeah.
So Kinsa, in the meantime, is on the shuttle, like, trying to work it from the inside.
She's in it.
And after hearing Crutch being killed, she has a freaking, like, panic attack. She, like, freaks out.
He freaks out and closes the door.
Closes herself into the shuttle, and, like, she's just like, screw you guys. And, like, Rowan and Janessa are, like, pleading with her over the earpiece, like, yo, stop. What are you doing? Like, come on, open the door. We all need to get out of here.
Janessa's, like, freaking out, like, at her, and then Rowan's, like, trying to be all calm about it.
Yeah.
And all while, like, Jason's, like, after them.
Jason is pretty much, like, pursue it. Like, he is on their ass.
Yeah. And then, as soon as it gets to the door, and then KM comes back.
Yeah, so right as Jason confronts him, she shows up with a dominatrix.
She's like, I know, she's got, like, all leather on. She got these, like, her, like, straps are like bullets.
There's a tailor on board the Grundle while this is all going on.
I know. And then,
let me quick make you this while we lost the other half of our ship.
How's that dude's name?
Sunneron.
No, the other guy.
Brodsky?
No, the
Waylander.
Waylander's like, oh?
Oh, wow. Wow, she looks great. Cam!
He's like, oh, cool.
Wow.
He's like,
Sunneron comes walking out. He's like, hey, Slappy.
Kind of know what Waylander's into now.
Yeah, for real. Dominatrix androids. He's just like, I gotta get me one of those. Had one on Solaris. Had one. Jason.
And so, Waylander, KM.
And she's got weapons.
She's like shotgun. She has a weapon. Where she's keeping all this shit.
He gave her like an upload.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. She, like, I think it's what he said. You like upgraded her system or something.
Yeah.
When'd you have time to do that?
I guess he like plugged her into the Matrix and was like, you now know, like typing it all in, how to get in contact with Morpheus. It is not canon with that series, folks. So yeah, and she just starts facing off with Jason.
Yeah, like going apeshit on him.
Yeah, he cannot get like anything in.
No, he can't attack. He can't do anything.
No, he's just constantly. She's on top of him pretty much like how he's been on top of killing everybody, dude. Mm-hmm. She just does not give him any chance to react to anything that she's doing to him. And I like where, like, she kicks him. He like stumbles and he's just standing there, and then she points the gun.
Yeah, and then
turns it sideways. Like, I'm gonna put a cap in your ass.
I'm like, that's the most like early 2000s thing you probably could have done.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? It's so weird.
Then she pulls out the other one, like shoots the fucking wall and shit, like around him, like the wall behind him, like a perfect outline. And then she like does like a flip, like kicks him through the freaking wall.
Does all fucking. She looks like Tomb Raider when she does that.
Yeah, like the flippy kicks, the spinning wheelhouse kick, roundhouse kick. Kicks right. Why'd I go Quint? Like, did you see that android's eyes?
We were talking about Jaws earlier.
When Jason's pursuing you and his eyes roll white.
Yeah, so she's like, so she kicks him like through the wall.
Yeah.
The wall, and he like falls back onto like they're in the lab again.
When she jumps on him.
Oh. Pounces on him.
So yeah, she throws
kicks
him.
Yeah, kicks him or I don't know what she does.
Kung Fu's his ass.
Then he falls back on the lab table. And she goes like pulls out a shotgun that just like with like explosive shot or something.
Yeah, she's definitely got some hacks.
She's like blasts his arm off, blasts his leg off, shot him in the ribs, shot his head
like,
off.
Big hole like right in his like torso.
Yeah.
And then like I like how like he just keeps standing up. Like is
he's
it standing or sitting?
He's sitting up.
Yeah,
he's
he
moving.
keeps like sitting up every time. And like she takes off like another big chunk of like his shoulder and shit.
Yeah, his like arm falls off or something.
Yeah. And then when he fully gets up, she shoots off his leg.
Yeah, shoots off his leg, and then at the very end, he shoots off his head.
Yeah, and it's literally just like his lower jaw is the
Yeah.
only thing left with a little bit of the hockey mask on it. And then, what does she do then? She doesn't just blow his head off, man. Like, before she leaves that room, what does she do?
Oh, shit, what the hell should she do?
She just picks up his machete.
Oh, yeah, she picks up the machete and throws it at him. And
Hell yeah.
I'm like, that's cool, but...
You gotta.
Like, I know, like... I want to take that risk. Don't give him his weapon back. Stop doing that.
She pulled a Tommy Jarvis.
She did. I did think about that.
She killed him.
Also brought him back to life.
Also brought him.
Because of where she killed him.
Where did he land, Hoovy?
Right on the lab table. Like, granted, the power was off. But this is a Friday the 13th movie.
It is. We don't...
Sparks start flying.
Yeah. Oh, literally. Literally. Them sparks are flying.
And
so they're all pretty much like, hey, he's dead. Let's go back to repairing our ship and trying to get help. And
then,
they were able to bring Brodsky back up and heal him in a separate room.
Yeah, but I think before all this happened, that's when, the shuttle gets destroyed.
It starts blowing up. Like, more pieces start, like,
well, no, the shuttle. Like, she, like, tries to fly off.
Yeah, so, like, while all that was going on, like, Kinsa, like, was flipping out inside the ship, and she goes to actually, like, release it. And it's still, the fuselage is still fucking freaking attached, and, pulls everything off. And it literally, like, she goes to, like, take off, and it just, like, swoops up into the bottom.
And just explodes.
Yeah, just completely damaging more of the Grendel that's left.
Yeah.
So now they, like, can barely get back now with the piece
now
that
they have no
left.
way.
They're pretty much, like, stopped in space.
So they send it to stress coal.
They do.
But all while this is going on, the lab turns back on.
The lab is turning back on with Jason's body on the reanimation table. Parts of it. Because you see, like, his, like, what's left of his body, and then, like, all the matter, like, sprayed around it, and all, like, the debris. And you see the nanobites, like, completely covering his remains, but then it, like, branches out to where everything else is.
Yeah, because, like, you can see, because it, like, scans him, figure out what he needs.
Yeah.
There's not enough suitable material, so it, like, picks up whatever's around him.
Yeah.
So it's all, like, the metal and all that stuff, and then just...
Vibranium.
And then, nanobots do what they are programmed to do. They
all the King's nanos and all the King's men put Jason back together again. Yep. And while this is all going on, he's being healed pretty much at the same time Brodsky's being healed.
Brodsky's being healed the same way.
Yeah.
So not properly.
But they're also setting explosives to explosive charges to separate the remaining the remaining pontoon from the main.
Yeah, trying to like slow down the
deterioration of the ship they have left.
Or blow it up. But it's funny because they were like, the explosive charges in like the weapons bay. I'm like, these like explosive charges are like in just like lockers.
Yeah. I'll just put them all in this bag too.
I know. And they're like really easy to use.
They are. You can just toss them to each other, like playfully. Like
stick them on and just.
Thanks, bro. So yeah, as they're setting the charges and stuff, I think like part of it. There's an internal explosion somewhere, and it like rocks the ship, and then they see like a bunch of sparks and stuff, and you just see Jason.
Yep, the new and improved Uber Jason.
A cyborg.
Okay.
He's like half man, half whatever.
Half whatever shit we found laying on the ground.
Yeah. So yeah, they're just like, what the heck, man? Yeah, we have the technology.
Don't want to spend too much money.
We will rebuild him.
He's the $60 man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Remember that Family Guy's kid?
Just walking with like a plunger for a leg.
The trash can or something.
We can rebuild him, but we don't want to spend a lot of money.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Uber Jason, that's right. Uber Jason, as he is called.
Yeah, I don't care. People say Uber Jason is cool looking.
Uber Jason is very cool
His
looking.
eyes are really cool.
Absolutely. Jason easily dispatches KM, man, when she's just like, I got this.
Yeah.
I can handle him again.
And then he shoots him, and Jason's like, no.
Yeah, it just bounces.
It just bounces off him.
Like
It doesn't even do
Superman
anything,
style.
yeah.
Yeah, he's just like breathing like, you guys want to keep trying this, or can I get to killing you now? Like, you guys are just delaying the inevitable.
Yep, KM just tries to take... So the reason, like, her thought process is, oh, my guns didn't work. I'm going to try to do melee combat.
Yeah. So she, like, what'd she do? She, like, does, like, a backhand spring and then, like, punches him or kicks him.
Punts him? I don't know where it
Does something where, like, he, like, turns his head and then looks back at her, like, takes a deep breath, and she, like, turns back. She goes, you guys might want to run.
Yeah, and then punches your head off.
And then, you, Julius. So, yeah, knocks her head off. Luckily, Sunneron's there, and he's like, I got your head, KM. So, he picks her up, and Jason's still pursuing them. And he's still coming after. I think he goes to chase after them, and Wayland's like, "Go, I got this!" Like, and he starts distracting, and then Jason just starts taking Waylander and throwing his ass
Just throws him, just gone,
tossing him from like side to side of the pontoon.
Mm-hmm.
And he ends up. Jason's like, "All right, I'm coming for you guys." Like, and Jason starts walking toward him, and then Waylander closes the door on him, and they're like, "Well, wait, what?" We need to blow up the pontoon. They're like, Waylander has the detonator. And Wayland Jennings. Waylander is just like laying there and he's bleeding from the mouth. He's just like, hey, asshole. And he went out pretty cool.
Yeah, he went a good valiant death.
He did. Made up for that remark where he's like, I need to get Rowan's clothes off ASAP. So, at the press of a button, he blows up that pontoon and, Uber Jason sent flying out into space.
Yeah. Not for long though.
So, what's weird is as they're all staying in that room, you know, Jason's out. They think Jason's out of the ship now and stuff, and they're just like, "What do we do now?" And then all of a sudden, Jason punches right through the freaking hull.
Yeah, just like it's nothing.
Nothing. Like, how the hell did he stay on that like some Grievous shit? Just goes right back over to it.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because the way he could have been blasted. Well, I don't know. Depending on where he was standing, because he could have blasted towards the thing, but I don't know.
We haven't been in space, folks, so we don't know. We don't know the functions. So yeah, he punches through the hole and then takes his hand out, and then the vacuum of space, obviously. Depressurizes that room and starts sucking everything out of that hole.
Yeah.
So much so that everybody has to start holding on to stuff, and they try to. A lot of them get out of that room and into that other room, and Janessa is like right there, but then the wind, like the force, like causes her to like fall back, and then she like holds on to like the flooring, which is like grating.
Yeah. She's like calling away, and then one of the gratings fly up and get stuck to the...
Yeah, it just like almost like a manhole cover over that vacuum hole, and it doesn't slow anything down.
No. And then it's like, obviously Rowan's like trying to get her. She's like, what'd she say? It's like, man, this
this sucks on so many levels.
Yeah, and then she like just like let go.
Just lets go, and you don't even see it. You just see a last piece of her flesh just go.
Yeah, she gets like sucked right down. Like, oh, that would have been the...
Wasn't that just great?
Are we done here?
Horrible dad joke. And Finn. No.
Say a little bit more, yeah.
So, yeah, Janessa
be our
is...
last episode?
Yeah, we are canceled. So Janessa is out. And now a power failure they can't open up the docking doors to the rescue shuttle that has arrived.
Yes.
So Brodsky decides.
Tiamat.
That's right, the Tiamat. They have arrived to rescue the remaining crew, students, whoever's left. 3 of them. 4 and a quarter.
Well, 1 student, an android, a soldier, and some other girl.
And a survivor.
Well, like...
and a time traveler.
Yeah. Well, so speaking of Tiamat, Tiamat is also a Final Fantasy character.
Yes.
The dragon in Final Fantasy is also... In D&D, is also my paladin's god.
Yeah, I noticed, like, with this film and then, like, Part 8, like, they're, like, when they name stuff, it's, like, almost got, like, that mythological stuff to it. Like,
fantasy.
The Lazarus of that ship in 8, and then you have the Grendel. You have, like, Grendel, I think, is Beowulf?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Really cool, like, throwback, like, Easter eggs, like that, you know what I mean? Like, little stuff. Ethan and I were talking about that last night, like, movies and, like, shows where, like, you as a fan can pick up, like, callbacks that are so subtle that other people don't even see them. Like, we don't have to, generally assuming, when you're making something, you're generally assuming that your biggest fans are going to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need those, like, callbacks where you literally have your hand held through the whole thing.
Yeah. Just subtle things that, like,
Absolutely.
feel kind of rewarding when you...
Like, when it comes to that, it definitely, like, turn a phrase, less is definitely more.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's more rewarding figuring it out on your own, too.
I can't think of any right now, but there are... I remember seeing a few that are like that. I can't think of any right now, though.
That's fair.
I'm sure I will later.
Naturally. The Eureka Syndrome, Archimedes. I'll just stop talking about it, and then, like, later on it goes, ah! That hurt a little bit. I forgot how my ring's on. So because the docking doors aren't working, Brodsky decides to do a airwalk.
Yeah. Spacewalk.
An EVA.
Spacewalk, not airwalk.
Spacewalk.
There's no air in space.
There's no, yeah. He's gonna go spacewalking. He is the first Skywalker. Spacewalker.
Spacewalker. I am Luke Spacewalker.
I am Luke. I am Brodsky Spacewalker.
Who are you? Spacewalker.
Why are you here? Jason just walked around. Nobody cared who I was till I put on the mask.
What is your favorite color?
I don't know. No, green!
Blue! No!
What is it? What's he say? Like an African swallow? Or like something else?
What is the airplane speed of a swallow? Was it an African swallow or a European swallow? Well, I don't know. Like, why do you know so much about swallows?
What's his name's getting arrested?
That's likely arrested.
Yeah. A lot of segues to like different films that have nothing to do with horror. I'm digging it. Just going on these awesome segues, dude.
Alright, that's a little Monty Python.
Oh yeah.
God, I love movie.
You know, the life of Brian is pretty funny. So, yeah, he goes out to EVA to fix it, and meanwhile, Jason's still coming through. He's punched a hole through. He's getting into that room, and he's starting to break down doors.
He's definitely a lot stronger now because he's like punching doors down.
Yeah,
that are locked.
Like, if it's not like one hit, it's like 2 at the most, and he's through. Like, yeah, just coming through and pursuing them. So then, while Brodsky's outside trying to fix things on the outside, you have Rowan, who's on the inside working at like a utility panel. And you have Sunneron at the console with KM's head, and he has her head plugged into the system, kind of like how they did, like... It reminded me of how they plugged in the AI in Solo, like to the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, okay.
Kind of gave it like an onboard AI, kind of like Cortana or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as Jason's pursuing that, like, they need to come up with, like, a distraction.
Yeah, I like this part.
And I'm guessing it's the same room where earlier Dallas and
it
Azrael
is.
are killed.
It's the same room. It's that, like, game room, augmented reality type room.
It's almost like the training room in X-Men.
Yeah.
The room of acquirement, I guess, from Harry Potter, but it's digital.
Yeah. So, yes, she asks Rowan's like, you know the expert on this guy.
Yeah, like, tell me about what can we do to distract him.
So they mock up like a fake crystal lake.
Yeah, they render the crystal lake from 1980.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's all they do is just like, that's pretty convincing looking.
Yeah, so like the whole, like, it goes from looking industrial to almost like a half, like, industrial.
Yeah, it's cool because I like the way they do it with the water.
Yes.
So like, there's like a quarter of it, like a tiny part of it actually like, looks like water.
Yeah.
Then it's, to make it look bigger, it's just like projections.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it almost like looks like it's going past like a section of the wall that's like still like it's like glitched out or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's really.
There's like
cool.
a camp with like or cabin with like a red door.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jason's just like walking towards it, like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. How the hell did I get home? Mom? Rob?
Mama?
Mommy? So, he's looking around and...
Bear?
Bear? Are there any kids? And sure enough.
It's just like, he's like walking and then...
Oh, yeah, because they don't... Yeah, he's still, like, looking around his surroundings. And is Sunderon, like, kind of, like, peeking in?
He's, like, peeking... Yeah, he's, like, looking in, trying to, like, look at Jason, and then Jason's, like, staring at him.
Yeah. And then he quick, like, puts his head back. He's like, oops.
He's like...
And
Rowan's like, no, what oops?
Yeah, what the hell you mean by that?
He's like, I think he shot me.
And so he's, like, moving, which I'm assuming is, like, that cabin is, like, the entryway.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, he's trying to go toward that cabin, and then you hear the, he's like, I got something here. Or KM's like, I got something here, or something like that. And then, all of a sudden, you just hear, like, giggling.
Yeah.
Then he turns around.
It's like two girls just like, you want a drink? You want to smoke some weed?
Yeah. You want to have premarital sex?
Yeah.
Then they both just take off their tops. We love premarital sex. And Jason's like, nope.
Titties.
Guess who doesn't like premarital sex?
Yeah. This is a Friday the 13th movie. It's still Friday the 13th movie. It's still got titties.
That's right. And you get your only, well, the second and final, like, gratuitous nudity shot. Because the first one, does that really count if it's an android?
Doesn't really count. Those fake nipples. One fell off. Like, come on.
Yeah, those diamond nips really, like, literally sounded like...
Yeah. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and they both, like, why do you want those things? I don't know, dude. I wouldn't want them. They're heavy. The hell are you making them out? So, yeah. So, you want to explain these kills, man?
Yeah, these kills. I love these kills. These
man.
are my favorite kills. These campers, like, I don't say they're fake, but they get into the sleeping bag, and then Jason just, like, picks one up, starts beating the shit out of each other with each other.
Yeah, like, hit over the shoulder, like,
wham. It's for a solid, like, minute or two, and then just throws the one at the tree.
Just hits it off the trunk and then just lets it drop.
Yeah. So I'm just like, he's done with the campers.
Wow, he's good. Yeah, he's too good.
Cam's like, yeah, wow, he's good.
Yeah. Sunderon's just like, he's too good. He's coming back. He's coming this way. And then I like how you see, like, it's all exploding and, like, going to shit.
Yeah.
And he just walks through, like, that ripple effect.
Yeah.
Kind of like some, like, Dr. Parnassus, like, walking through the mirror and just like, I'm Heath Ledger. No, I'm Colin Farrell now. I'm Jude Law. Great film. So yeah, he comes back in, and at this point, Brodsky and Rowan were able to get the docking doors open.
Yes.
And as Rowan and Sonoran are making their way through the air hatch leading into the Tiamat, Sonoran helps Rowan in there, and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, hold on a second, and he runs back in, and he grabs KM's head off the council.
Rowan does that.
Rowan does that. That's right. Yeah, she helps. Yeah, she helps Sonoran to the bridge, and then she goes back for KM's head, and then that's where you see like as it's still blowing up, Jason's coming through, and then finally gets up onto the bridge, and then she runs back in, right?
Yeah, she like stares at Jason for like a solid. Why are you staring? Did you go?
Yeah, like, oh my god, he walks. He's been pursuing us the whole movie, but holy shit, you know, he can really walk fast now. You know, he's upgraded. He's different now. I mean, look at him. Rowan, get on the fucking shuttle. Okay, all right, but just, you know, he's got that. It's working. Whatever that is, it's working.
It's been working out.
Keep it up, Jason. I will.
Don't time we talk.
Yeah, the first time we talk. Thank you.
That's all he wanted. He just goes away now.
What if like Rowan just like finally goes back onto the shuttle and the doors close, and like right before you reveal why they close, like you just see like a back shot of like Jason facing like the closed door. You just hear him go, "Damn it!" Like just like a defeated like, shit.
You'd be like the point down where he's like,
gosh, or he just like, oh, like a defeated sigh. So yeah, Rowan stares at Jason and then makes way back through to the Tiamat with KM's head, and they have to like leave because it's still blowing up, and the door's shut, and Brodsky's like, hey, remember me?
Yeah.
And Jason's like, hello motherfucker, hey, how you doing? And Tiamat goes to leave, and Rowan's just like, no, wait. And you just see, like, the ship, as Brodsky and Jason are ready to, like, clash.
Yeah.
It just blows up. And then they're on the shuttle just, like, watching it, like, I can't believe, like, it's gone. Like, and then all of a sudden, like, you just see, like, Jason, like, floating through space, like, with his machete.
Just, like,
coming toward them.
I was like, what the hell?
He's coming this way. And as he's floating toward it, I couldn't help but remember another Jaws reference. Jaws 3D when they're at SeaWorld.
Oh my god.
And you just see that slow, like, giant ass great white shark go into the glass of the aquarium.
Oh god, I freaking missed that. That movie's so bad.
It was.
It's so funny though.
The shark comes through the glass. He's killing me! So yes, he
found it.
Yeah, it's so bad. They literally just like cut out, copy paste.
Yeah, there's no like.
They did that effect the same way they did the lightning in Return of the Living Dead Part 2, was they just went back over the film and imposed it and then spliced it over top and then ran it each frame to make it look like it was closer and closer.
Dude, there's no movement though.
No, there's no movement of the shark other than it just going like this.
Yeah, like went forward and then like hit the glass shattered and just stopped.
Yeah, it just stops right there. Mouth hung open, doesn't even bite. So as Jason's floating toward the shuttle window, Brodsky just comes because now for some reason this thing has like, I know you can EVA, but now you got like Boba Fett jetpack. And he just comes zooming in and grabs big old Jason and
you get a big old hug.
They're like, Brodsky, and then you see them like falling because they're so close to Earth too.
Yeah. The
gravitational pull is pulling them back. And as you're left with Rowan and we leave Rowan, Sonoran, and KM on the Tiamat watching as Brodsky and Jason pretty much re-enter Earth 2's atmosphere.
Just fucking remember seeing this. They're in their atmosphere, and then you can clearly tell it's effects, but well, obviously, but it's just like as soon as like Jason's like going down, he can't really do much.
No.
Then Brodsky's just like, as soon as the camera cuts, he like you can see Brodsky just like, and they try to like sucker punch him in the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm like, Damn, alright.
You're already gonna die. Like, you fucking... I would have lived the whole way on the way down. Beating his back. I fucking hate you. You big bully. You fucking goalie. And as they're falling, they re-entered the atmosphere, and of course they're burning up.
Yeah.
And we see two campers.
Two campers at a lake.
At a lake.
It's Camp Crystal Lake 2.
Camp Crystal Lake 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Earth 2. Crystal Lake lives.
It's just like, I'm thinking Earth 2, which is the same thing, just 2 at the end of it.
Yeah. And we can start anew too, because this lake hasn't murdered anybody.
Not yet.
Not yet. Dun dun. Dun dun. So yeah, you see these two campers, and you see the shooting star. It looks to them like a shooting star.
Yeah.
And he's just like, she's like, oh look, it's a shooting star. And he's like, make a wish. And then they share a kiss.
They kiss.
The kiss of kisses.
And then like, I think you're playing in the lake. I'm like, that shooting star was way too far. But like, in the...
Is the lake like statewide?
Yeah, from... They went to go look at the... Apparently it was like 100 feet from where we're going.
Yeah, because you even said you heard the splash.
Yeah.
I have yet to hear this splash.
I'm pretty sure I remember hearing a splash. I have to let you borrow my
the Blu-ray. That's bragging rights, son.
Yeah, I have the Scream Factory.
The 40th anniversary.
Yeah, the Scream Factory collection.
Hell yeah.
I watched every single movie on there. Except 9.
Except 9. That's fair. So yeah, the teenagers see the shooting star. They say it landed in the lake, and then you get that nice shot of like underwater.
Yeah.
After they say like, "Oh, let's go check it out."
Yeah.
And then you just see like the bottom.
Yeah, you see bottom. You see Jason's new mask just float down. You can clearly tell that it was shot in like a fish tank or something.
Yeah, yeah. It was clearly like it was so lit up. It was just blue. And you get the shot of his silver mask just like resting in the sediment, and then you just hear.
Yep, for the last time.
Kind of. And thus ends.
So that's that. Jason X is the last of the main series movies.
Yeah, it is pretty much the last standalone of the original the original series of Friday the 13th films.
The remake of it.
Yeah. And unfortunately is the last time on film that Kane Hodder portrays Jason.
Yep. This is the last time. Yep. I think he likes part-time Jason the most.
I think he said it's like his favorite.
Yeah.
I think Jason X is his favorite film that he did, but I think Part 7, Sleep Back Hill, was his favorite kill that he did.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
And he didn't like that the MPAA... Nobody liked that the MPAA cut that shit down.
The MPAA at all.
No. So, yeah, with that being said, so remember earlier, before we leave you people tonight, earlier the death count was 19,727 people, 207 dogs, 17 cats, 4,713 angelfish, the neons, the mollies, the guppies, the 3 gerbils, the rats, the pony, and the Komodo dragon. Mm-hmm. With all those other deaths counted in, the official death count of Jason X.
The official death count?
All the kills in this film would pretty much be, what, about like 20,000, right? Let's see here.
Well, people... Yeah. Jason X had 25 kills in it.
Yes.
Which was the most for a good while.
Mm-hmm.
Till The Mist came out.
Yeah.
That had 34.
Yes.
But it also had the most frequent kills, because there was like a death every like... For a while, there was a death every like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is like, holy shit. Especially in the beginning. The very beginning, he kills what?
Oh, so like counting like the on-screen and like the Solaris and everything, like and like all that, it's like 20,025 kills.
Yeah.
Even though like a majority of them were inadvertently because of the space station.
Yeah, like that's the like 19,000 was like indirectly, but
Yeah.
I still count those. Damn it, Jason knew what he was doing.
Oh, absolutely. Once Jason's up, nobody else lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
He really does. So yeah, I mean, definitely one of my favorites from New Line. I'd say out of the New Line films, it is my second favorite.
Yeah, Freddy vs. Jason is my favorite.
Absolutely.
We'll get to that. We're actually going to take a little break from the Friday 13th franchise.
Yes.
We're going to, as I said, we're probably going to do Cabin in the Woods next.
Yes. Cabin in the Woods. Yes, Cabin in the Woods next.
We do that next because it's a horror movie, yes, but it's also more like a laid back comedy.
It is, and it's more recent.
Yeah, I don't remember when exactly it came out. I remember the trailers for it. I never watched it because I thought it was fucking scary shit. And then I actually watched it. It was 2011, so
yeah,
12 years ago.
That's crazy.
12 years ago? 11 years ago. Yeah,
Speaking of which, I think it's like 6 years from now. Living Dead Girl will be 30 years old.
Jesus. The movie or the song?
The song. Because I believe Hellbilly Deluxe was 97 or 98. I want to say 98.
Not the... It was... I don't know say. What the fuck?
Why you no say?
98.
Was 98?
August 25th, 98.
Oh wow, here we are. August 19th.
I was...
Not too far away from his birthday.
Why did you have to say that, man?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
man.
He was almost 30. Don't say that.
Huh?
Why did you say he was almost 30?
I came to that realization the other day at work, man, and I was not happy about that realization. I was just like, but you know what? If I know, so must
I just heard, like, I was just can't get off topic again, but we were driving back from a job, and we were passed by a school, and it says, welcome class of 2025. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
Because I remember, like, then I thought about it in my head, I'm like, 2025, I'm like, shit, I would have been out of school for 10 years by then. In like 3 years, I'm like, I'll be 28.
Class of 08. You want to feel old, Huey? But yeah, so yeah, next episode we'll be giving you Cabin in the Woods.
Yes. Also, yeah, next episode. Also, I think in about 2 weeks, I'm going to have a lot more time during the week, so I'm going to actually put this stuff on Spotify.
Yeah. And
Apple Music and all the other streaming platforms.
That's right. We're going to be branching out.
Yeah, so just a little easier to... We'll announce it too on our Facebooks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We will be sharing and sharing and sharing.
So, like, YouTube is good and all, but it's not ideal.
Yeah.
It's still... I mean, it helped us.
We understand you love to listen to us, but you would like to listen to us hands-free.
Yeah, and Spotify is... People always ask us about Spotify. And
yeah.
Just... I didn't know how to do it at the point, and I asked people around, and it's actually pretty easy.
Absolutely. So, I mean, as long as you guys are willing to keep working with us, we are always willing to work for you.
And eventually, we might switch from a podcast to, like, a video type... It would still be a podcast, still like audio would still be, but we might...
Video
go
format,
on camera,
you know? Yeah, for sure. And of course, you can't forget, the future merchandise and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, or we'll.
Thanks to the friends that we have behind the scenes too. We appreciate not only them, but we appreciate each and every one of you that tune and listen because, I mean, I mean, we'd probably still be doing this, but without you guys, really, I mean,
it just gives us. It does give us a lot of.
It does. It gives us great. I mean, good or bad feedback. As long as it's feedback, we get up, we consume this stuff. We love it. We love you guys.
If you want to request stuff eventually,
absolutely.
Let us know.
For sure.
I'll watch anything, as long as it's not torture stuff.
Yeah.
That's just me. Like, I'm not doing Saw. I'll do the first Saw.
We'll do the first Saw.
I probably won't do Hostile.
That's totally fair.
Any of the weird, like, Green Inferno. No. The hell's that other one? The Siberian Film. That's a weird one too.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's a nasty one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forget the
Those
name
weird,
right now.
Snuff ones.
Yeah, nothing like that. Like
stuff that's enjoyable to watch, not just.
Yeah.
I assume you guys are freaking gross, but.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you guys are into, that's totally fine. But we'll cover what we want to cover, unless it's something like we said. You guys want to cover, certain stuff. Feel free to let us know.
Yeah, eventually we're going to branch off. We're going to branch off of horror movies.
Yes.
We just know most about horror movies.
True.
But eventually, we said this before, we're going to branch off into. We might do some Marvel movies. We might do some Star Wars. We might do some comedies.
For sure. You name
Baby
it,
steps.
we'll consider it.
Consider it. I mean, I do it, but we'll consider it.
Absolutely. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this was...
When you guys request Minions, I'm going to punch you.
Huh?
When you guys request Minions, I'm going to punch you.
Yeah, let's do that. Great, now we got to watch rated G films, man. We went from I Know What You Watched Last Friday to I Know What Put You to Sleep Last Tuesday.
But yeah.
So yeah, as always, I'm Brian.
I'm John.
And this was I Know What You Watched Last Friday. We'll see you.
Goodbye.